Welcome to the Cove. Coach Brian here, going over some of our plans for Murph, Memorial Day Murph. It is a tradition in CrossFit where we do this workout specifically for a member of the military that gave his life for our own freedoms and for his fellow soldiers. And it thought to be something we would never be able to get to do. But looking over things, how things have been happening with the test classes, doing a ton of planning, I think there's a way of doing Murph that is both safe, fun, and it just works. It allows us to have that time to remember those that have given their lives for us. It's a tradition we hate to give up, so we'd like to give some piece of that. So I want to give you our plans and strategies, how hopefully we can actually make this happen. First, I actually put up, and these are the principles that we're really following as we're trying to transition back into some sort of normalcy, is that we want to be sure that we're safe, that we're gradual in our approach, okay, and that we're having effective means to provide a class for you while maintaining these other two. First thing, what does Murph mean? Murph is a Memorial Day tradition. Memorial Day is to remember those that have sacrificed their lives for us. So in that sense, it does not matter what the workout is. It matters the thoughts and things you have during that particular workout. And just a little thought we like to think about, it's not about the equipment you're doing, it's not about the movement you're doing, it's not about how fast you're doing or the times. Just remember what's in your heart at that particular moment, okay? So we want to stay true to that. That's why we really want to see if we can get some version of Murph out there. Now, historically, Murph looks like this. Murph used to be a workout named Body Armor. It was the favorite workout of a series of a SEAL team. And they actually refer to it as Body Armor. And this was one of their favorite workouts, which is why we do it. The reason I point that out, this is a favorite workout of a SEAL team. This is for the elite of the most elite, okay? We do not expect the vast majority of our membership to actually get through this entire workout the way it is written. But you can do a version of that workout that makes sense for you. This is true with everything that we say that you do, that everything is scalable. It can be done right for you. So this workout of 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats, and 1 mile run can be made to work for you. And obviously we cannot do these pull-ups. And we're going to discuss that. So this is how we imagine having this sort of workout to happen, okay? And we're thinking about all the different variables that's making it difficult. This workout is long, okay? It really should not take longer than an hour. It should be done in like sub 60 minutes. Like a lot of people are getting it done in 40 and 15 minutes. So dealing with such a long time frame makes it difficult, but we think we found a way to do it. So this is what we have. I've kind of mapped out what our parking lot looks like. And we have a huge amount of space. We talk about social distancing. We're going to use every ounce of this parking lot and control the time so there's no connecting between one class versus another class. I like to think that we're going to actually have 2 separate classrooms out there. I call them Classroom A and Classroom B. Classroom A is the classroom that is nearest CrossFit Cove. Classroom B borders the wall along Port PC test behind us. And each one of those classrooms is going to have a setup to allow you to do some sort of movements. Okay, now, so back to this. We're going to be doing Murph. There's going to be some sort of run or row, push-ups, air squats remain the same, some sort of run or row. How do we handle the pulse? What is there a substitute for that? So some options we have are the ring rows. We can take our rings, we can attach them to the stairwells. Each stairwell can hold easily, safely distance 2 ring stations. Okay, we have 6 of those stairwells, so we can get 6 rings out there and looking as one. We also have the pull-up squat racks. We're going to put the pull-up squat racks. I have 3 of those. I'll be able to get them outside, and that'll allow me to have 3 stations where you can do barbell rows or barbell J-hook pull-ups. We also have barbells for barbell rows and dumbbell rows. We can also do sit-ups. Okay, once back to our thought, it's not the movements, okay, it's the memory that's really important. So back to our classroom. At 9 o'clock, we're gonna have our first heat of Murph in Classroom A. Okay, that classroom is limited to 9 people, okay? In our talks with Howard County, that is the size of the class that we can handle. So in Classroom A at 9 o'clock, there's gonna be a couple rowers out there. There's gonna be a ring station on the stairwell that's right there. There's gonna be a series of racks that are gonna be set up so people can do J-hooks. And we're gonna also have dumbbells, barbells, sit-up ab mats, so we can be doing those. Okay, once again, Not sure I mentioned this, but I have some rowers there as well. At 9 o'clock, class starts. We're gonna give a very quick warm up, 10 to 15 minutes. 9:15, you're starting. 9:15, you're starting. You have to be done. We're hoping to have you guys done by 10:15 because we need to clean up all that equipment and get it ready for the next class, which we can do because you're most likely gonna be on the run. We get our chance to clean that up. At 9:30, we're also going to be starting another Murph class. So half hour between these two classes. They will also have some ring stations, some rowers, okay? They'll have barbells, they'll have dumbbells, so they can do their version of Murph as well. We're separating these two class times by half hour in between because we're trying to minimize class contact between people coming in, coming out, trying to minimize people running in and running out. This should really minimize the amount of contact, okay? So there's a 9 o'clock here in classroom A. The next week we'll run at 9:30. That gives us enough time to clean up, get ourselves ready for people to get out there, move on to the next team. Classroom B, their next team will be at 11 o'clock, okay? We are going to post classes right now for those 4 times. So that can actually allow us to get 36 people in and out of Murph. If those classes fill up, and I kind of expect them to fill up, I'm going to add additional classes. So I'll add a 12 o'clock in classroom A if there's a need for it, and if there's a need for it, I'll do a 12:30 for classroom B. I may potentially even throw a 7th class if there is a need for it. But this would allow us to experience Murph, to have that kind of feeling, that period of remembrance, that feeling of sharing it with 9 classmates, and to do it safely, okay, which is what we're trying to do. So I hope this makes sense to you. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. Just email us at info@CrossFit Cove. We can talk about any questions you might have. Thanks so much, and we hope to see you on Monday.